right here. That's where it's all at. Water rushing to parched land. That's what it's all about here on the High Desert Ranch and Homestead. Water is liquid gold out here in these parts, and it be rushing out quite nicely. Whew. So, got one down, 5 more to go. So come along here on the High Desert Ranch and Homestead channel. All right, so I don't know why, but the water got down below the pipe level and now it's still flowing out to the west. So I'm thinking that the head gate, or the gate itself, can't go far enough down on the track. And so that's making it so water's still able to get underneath. So I'm gonna go dive in, literally, basically. So if this is my video record of my last words, I hope they're not my last words. So I'm gonna go stick my hands into who knows what, mud, muck, I don't know. It's pretty murky, I can't see much down there. So I'm just gonna feel around and see if that's the culprit. So let's go. Yeah, thinking that's what's going on. So break my microphone. Oh. Yeah, that's exactly what I think is happening. I think I got it. No more water can go underneath the gate. Whew. All right, so I survived, and probably wasn't so desirable to be looking at my backside, but I just wanted to have this as perhaps my final words if I fell in and went on down the pipeline. No, not really, but so we got that solved. So 1 down, 5 more to go, yeah. So let's go check it out. And also I'm gonna go check on the ditch too, because that water is continuing to flow. And yeah, so I've got that, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to the other ones. This one was more of a pain than I thought it would be. It took me a little bit longer, and I'm losing sunlight. So I'm gonna go check out the ditch, and then we're gonna pick up on another day when I'm doing another one of these head gates, or hopefully if I can get down to the farm store, pick up them lodge poles and get working on the walkway out to the valve for the pond. So yeah. It looks like my shirt has seen better days now. I guess it's better my shirt than my skin, right? So another shirt bites the dust, perfect for rags around the house or the shop. Rancher tip number 36B. If you want to be a top rancher, you gotta feel like one. The way the good Lord intended it to be. So I decided to check the pipeline, open up some of these head gates, and actually a few of them are partially closed, so it makes it so the water doesn't flow as well. So we'll see if that can make a difference. Get some water flowing down this direction. It's a long ways to go. I need like a dirt bike. Get me a dirt bike or ATV, but I don't know, I guess I'm kind of old school that way. It's just kind of nice to walk with your boots on the ground. Gives you a little bit more time to think. That solitude, that peace that comes. So gives you time to enjoy the view too. That's why I do what I do. Just gets cold like it will be here in a few days. Forgot how far back it is. I don't know if I'm going fast in the water. I'd like to think I am, or I'd like to think the water's going fast on me. We'll see. So, all right, so I can see that some rainwater rushed through this ditch, but it wasn't quite enough. So all I can think of is this 20-foot lodge pole from the pond to get that final little piece out. Unless you all think of a better way, because it is right in the middle of the gunk starting to move through the water, so you know, you make do or do without. Go. That will do. That will do. It's all the time I have tonight. Losing light and it's getting cold, so we're gonna pick this up on Saturday when I am able to finish fixing that pond. On the way home, I decided to get in front of that storm and pick up the last of the hay off the field, seeing as I saw lightning and thunder rolling in the distance. So I decided to keep burning the oil, possibly the midnight oil. We got several hundred bales to pick up tonight on the hay wagon. It's imperative to get those bales picked up off the field, because even if it takes all night, there's a major storm coming in the morning, and if those bales aren't picked up, they'll not only mold sitting on the ground, but even the bales being completely soaked and drenched will mold and not be able to dry, thus making all that hay not able to feed to livestock, and if you do, prepare to have very sick animals. It's now 2:30, the hay is safely stacked and stored, ready for the storm, and it's time to turn off this tractor and for me to hit the hay. Alright, so it's Saturday, a lot wetter than I expected it to be. It looks like another storm is moving in. We got some snow in the distant peaks, snow falling up on those mountains. But work has to be done, so we're going to see just how the conditions are out there. I hope they're not too muddy. Don't really want to get stuck or even just a lot of mud. So we'll see. We're going to take a little drive out there. I've got the lodge poles from the feed store, the farm store, and so yeah. Alright, so it's out back here at the bottoms. It's not as wet as I expected it to be. It's pretty dry. There's been some rain, but it wasn't muddy like I thought it might be. So this is going to work out really well. And hopefully those storms stay a little bit off. Or at least they just keep stacking up against the mountains and dumping snow in the mountains, because that's where we really need it. So, anyways, let's go get to work down here on the pond, shall we? Alrighty. So, I hope you enjoyed the hyperlapse. It seems to make it go faster, doesn't it? But speaking of going faster than hyperlapse, I'm hoping that this goes fairly quick. I know usually you can tear that stuff down really fast. So anyways, let's see what happens as far as putting this thing up. So let's get to work. All right, so that went pretty quick. So kind of what I expected. Now it's a matter of getting these all bolted down and strapped in. So let's get to work on that, and then I gotta put the plank on. So as you can see, it's doing well. That's a lot better than the old one. I just got to put some barn nails here, secure it in that wood, and then put a few metal stakes in there just to make sure it doesn't move around too much. But other than that, we're ready to go. We're ready to fill this pond up and see just exactly what's going to happen. If my calculations are correct, it should take 4 to 5 days for this to fill up. That's my day. It's been a long week, and it's been a long day today, and it's been cold. Like I say, my body's got to acclimate to this colder weather, because it is definitely here to stay. I'm glad I was able to get this done, because it's going to be snowing, and it's going to be definitely muddy and cold and wet down here, and so I'm happy to have this out of the way and come check on it later on. But please like, subscribe, leave comments. It's always fun to reply to you guys. I do my best to get back to you, but I'm glad that I was your ticket to help escape the ordinary, and glad you could join me just to find out what it's like to live the high life here in the Intermountain West on the High Desert Ranch and Homestead Channel.